Okay, so far we wrote our term paper with references. We found some images. We set up our WordPress.com site. We verified it through our email, and we've created our online magazine. Remember, we did that through posts, which show up on the home page, and pages. We made the about and contact page. Like I said, we made posts. We put our term paper or article on our home page, and you can always use this blog or this magazine even after this class if you're interested. You can always add more posts. So I could add new posts, and those would show up on your WordPress. So you're welcome to add more to this during class or after this class is done. Okay, we added pages like I said. Now we're going to see how we can do some changes to the look of our website, to the appearance. Okay, if I click on appearance, we've already experimented with themes. All right, this is the theme we've chosen. We can always change the theme. I would warn against doing that. I mean, you can do that and experiment with it and find a different theme, but sometimes you may lose some of your customization if you click to different themes, but you're free to experiment with that. I'm going to stick with our 2013 theme. I think it's a pretty good one. I can also go to Customize. This computer seems to be moving a little slow. Customize. And this is where we can start to change the look of our website. All right. And I can say Custom Design. Changing these, I basically got to pay, so I'm not going to try that. I can change the site identity. Up here's the site identity. Well, I want that to be the title of my site. I don't want it to look like that. I'm going to say Tech and Design Magazine. Looks like you can also edit up here now if you want. I click the edit button and it'll show up down here. I can also put a tagline. I'm going to say news and reviews from technology to art and design. Whatever you want to put. A little tagline underneath there. And click back here. Colors and backgrounds. Certain themes have more choices. This one looks like you only have a couple choices. All right, so if I click this featured one here, I can see change it to more of a gray and dark color at the bottom. Now if you pay for the customization package, it gives you a lot more choices. Fonts, pretty useful. Headings, well, I could change that. Maybe I don't like my headings, so I'll find something else. There we go. I like that one better. Regular, normal size. And my base font, which is like my paragraph text, I can change that. There you go. I think that looks pretty good. And then I'll come back here. Header image. Here's the default header image, and you can see there's a couple other ones. You can also add a new header image. Well, I don't really have another one yet, so I'm going to go to Google Chrome and search for an image. Remember, we can always search for any type of texture. Would be a good one. Metal texture. I'm going to do just a texture. You can do other images. You got to pay attention to make sure the text doesn't get lost in the background image, so I keep it pretty simple. You should probably go for a large. Images. Search tool. Size. I'm going to go for large. And there's all kinds of one here. I know I have a dark text, so I probably want to have a light background. You can always edit these in Photoshop if you want. I'm going to choose this guy. View image. And either save it and save it to the desktop or into your folder. Okay. Here we are. I'm back in my customizing, and I'm going to have that image saved. I'm going to say add new image. Upload files. I can click and drag them in here or select a file, or use any of the files I already have in there. That new image I found is on my desktop. There it is. Again, I could add any of these alternative text and things. Well, that's what I want. I'm going to select and crop. You can see in this bounding box, that's the part that's going to be visible in the header. So I want a little bit of that image down there. Crop. And it's going to take a second to catch up. There you go. I think that looks pretty good. You can always add more and randomize the images. I'm going to stick with that one. Let me check one more thing with the fonts. Okay. Header image, menus. Now if you pay for that customization, you can also change the font colors. Menus. This is up here at the top. I think that menu is fine. That's all I want. I could always add another one and change it if I want. But I'm going to keep that one the way it is. Widgets. We have the main widget area, which is the bottom here. So these little things are all called widgets. Recent comments, recent posts. If you like those there, you can leave them. Otherwise, you could delete them. Like I say, remove recent posts. I'm going to remove recent content, comments. You can also, instead of removing them, you can do some different adjustments to those if you want. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to leave the archives and the categories and the search. Okay, that's my main widget area. I can see there's also a secondary widget area. And that's the one that either shows up right down here or on the side. And I can do the same type of thing for there. I can change stuff, take stuff away. I can also add widgets. So if I click add widgets, there's a whole bunch of other widgets that will show up that I can choose from. But I don't think I'm going to choose any more at this point. There we go. That's up to you, however you want to change that. I'm happy with that. So I can go back here. And last is static front page. Well, my latest post is my home page by default. If eventually I want to change that to a different home page, I could click here and pick that page. But I'm happy with the way it is. I can say save and publish. Okay, it's saved. Close that. And it's back to my main navigation. Another way to access those customizations through here, I can go through my widgets through here and change those, my menus, my header, all that type of stuff I can also access over here instead of through the customize. Now, I'm going to look at settings. There's a couple things we can change here. I could also change my site title and all that stuff through here, the tagline, date formats, when my weeks start. Okay, that's your general. I could go to my writing. Little settings like converting emoticons, any type of thing like that. Reading. Let's display my front page. I can change those here also. How many posts show up on my home page. And you can check out the rest of these changes on your own. I can, if I want any discussions on there or comments, I can make some choices there. I could take away the comments so nobody comments. General settings for my media. I can change the size of any thumbnails. I can change what my medium images means, what size those are. My large is large. My carousel or my slideshow, I can change that. I know the background color is black. I could change it to white if I want. Show metadata. and all kinds of other changes. I'm going to save those. Once again, we're all under settings. Sharing, pretty useful. Do I want them to be able to email this? Do I want them to be able to print it? LinkedIn or share on all these other sites. I can add a new service if I want. All right, here's some other ones. Here's available ones. I could drag these down here. I could let them print it, email it, share it on Reddit, Tumblr, Pinterest, whatever I want. Okay, that's how the icons will look like. I'm going to say I just want to have icon only. I like that look better. And all kinds of other choices. Show buttons on. Where are these share buttons shown? They're shown on my posts, on my pages. I can also show them by my images, my front page, archive pages, all those type of things. And save the changes. That's sharings. Polls, I could add polls. I could add ad control. I think you have to pay for ad control. Email, post changes, and webhooks. I can adjust all those if I want. And then I think I'm done. So how do I view this? If I click on this, view my site, and there's my finished site. I can always go back. The good thing about WordPress is very easy. I can always go back, delete stuff, add stuff, change things. And once you get used to it, it's very easy to use. Let's get to the home page. Beginning of my article, I can continue reading. I can go to my About page. Oops, I clicked on the image. Go to my About page. And Contact page. And back to my home page, and that's done. Once again, you're free to experiment with anything else in WordPress. You're free to change the theme if you want, change any of the other custom settings. You can also add more posts if you feel like it.